is Cynthia Anderson, and I would like to welcome you to my presentation on homeschooling and socialization. I hope after I've presented to you that you will have more information to help you make the decision on whether you are going to homeschool your child or perhaps keep them in a traditional school setting. Now, to quote Miss Samantha Labita from a 2007 publication, I would like you to go to your local junior high, middle school, or high school and tell me which behavior you would like my son to emulate. As a mom of 3 boys, I wholeheartedly agree with Miss Labita. Now, traditional schools in today's society have changed greatly. School budgets are needing to be stretched, so the classroom size has grown exponentially. In those classroom sizes having grown exponentially, socialization has changed drastically. Teachers are very often caught up trying to teach to get the children to pass a standardized test and not able to see what is happening in the classroom or in the hallways. Because of this, children in today's traditional classroom are oftentimes exposed to things that they should never be exposed to at such a young, impressionable age. This oftentimes causes problems for them that last a lifetime and affect their family and society around them as well. Now, research suggests that homeschool children are able to be successfully socialized because they learn in a more diverse group of people than children in a traditional school setting, as well as the fact that homeschool families have more of a controlling influence of the social factors in the homeschool child's life. Now, to quote Romanowski from a 2006 publication, homeschool children do learn in a diverse group of people. Homeschool parents are very aware of the need for socialization and are willing to take the extra time and effort to provide it. Now, homeschool children have much more time for things such as volunteering in their community. Homeschool children are often found volunteering in a geriatric home, walking next to a geriatric patient, talking with them about life in general, or reading a story to them. They work in their churches, providing meals and serving them after funerals, as well as they work in local soup kitchens and homeless shelters, interacting with people of a different socioeconomical background than they are used to being involved with. All of these volunteer efforts are real-life situations. They are not being involved with age-only peer groups that really have the same viewpoint or not the same viewpoint as these young children. They are learning from people younger than them and older than them as well. Now, please excuse me, I'm so sorry. Homeschool children do not go to classes that are age-specific. They oftentimes attend classes at the local college where there are people maybe their own age, but usually people a little older than them, a lot older than them, and then really older than them. They are interacting with people that think differently because they have more or less life experience than them. Homeschool children also socialize and learn in the homeschool co-op setting. By the time a homeschool child has been in a homeschool co-op and is a junior or a senior, they oftentimes have become a teacher in their field of expertise. Now, when they become the teacher, they have to learn to socialize and teach children that are much younger than them, as well as children at their own age. They have to get outside their own way of thinking and look at different people's points of view. It's a very exciting thing that homeschool families love about the homeschooling process. Now, we talked about the fact that homeschool families have more of a controlling factor of social influence in a child's life. Some people might think this is overprotection. It is not overprotection. It is simply protection of a child during their formative years. When children are at school, there are so many negative influences. Children at a public school oftentimes do not have a good support system at home to help them shape their own correct self-image and their social behavior. So they act in a manner that is unacceptable socially, and they not only hurt themselves emotionally and psychologically, sometimes even physically, they do the same to other people's. Protecting homeschool children from that negative influence gives them a stronger, stable view of themselves, and being schooled in an environment that is loving and compassionate is a great thing for homeschoolers. Now, teachers in large classrooms of today's traditional schoolrooms oftentimes don't see behaviors that are going on, or they simply let things like back-talking and rude behavior slide because it is the lesser of two evils. Dr. Walter, in a 2007 publication, stated, when a child is homeschooled, parenting is done in the moment, and things such as back-talking and rude behavior are dealt with in real time, so that there are actually less bad behaviors escalating because they are dealt with in the exact moment they happen. Now, in conclusion, as it was stated in my introduction, research has suggested that homeschool children are able to be successfully socialized due to the fact that they learn in a more diverse group of people than children in a traditional classroom, and because homeschool families have more of a controlling influence in the social factor of a homeschool child's life. I would like to conclude with bringing up one of America's favorite homeschool families, the Duggar family. The Duggar family is a family with 19 children. They do, in fact, homeschool all of their children. They have proven that the reality is you can successfully homeschool and socialize up to 19 children. Thank you so much for attending my presentation. I hope you have a good evening.